Hello everyone, welcome to our Bible story time. Today we will learn about Ruth, a woman who showed great love and loyalty. Her story teaches us that God cares for people even during difficult times. As we follow Ruth's journey, we will see how kindness, faithfulness, and trust can lead to wonderful blessings. Sometimes a small act of kindness can make a big difference. God often works through caring words and helpful actions. When life feels hard or lonely, He may send encouragement through people around us. Ruth's story reminds us that kindness is never wasted, and God can use it to bring hope and joy. Before the story begins, let's meet Naomi, Ruth, and Boaz. Naomi was a mother who faced many sad losses. Ruth was her loving daughter-in-law who chose to stay by her side. Boaz was a kind and generous man. Each person played an important part in God's plan for their lives. A long time ago, a famine made food very hard to find in Judah. Naomi's family moved to another land hoping for a better future. Sadly, Naomi later lost her husband and her 2 sons. She felt very alone, but God had not forgotten her. Even in sorrow, God was preparing something good ahead. When Naomi decided to return home, she told Ruth to stay behind. But Ruth loved Naomi deeply and made a beautiful promise to go wherever Naomi went. Ruth chose loyalty instead of comfort. Her decision shows us how important it is to care for others and stay faithful when they need us most. Back in Bethlehem, Naomi and Ruth had very little food. Ruth worked hard in the fields, gathering leftover grains so they could eat. The work was tiring under the hot sun, but Ruth did not complain. She teaches us that helping our family and doing our best are ways to show love. One day, Ruth worked in a field owned by Boaz. He noticed her kindness and hard work. Instead of ignoring her, he welcomed her, gave her food and water, and made sure she stayed safe. Boaz's actions remind us to notice people's needs and treat them with generosity and respect. Naomi learned that Boaz was a relative who could help protect their family. She encouraged Ruth to ask for his care and support. Ruth bravely followed Naomi's advice. Sometimes God guides us through wise people in our lives. When we listen and trust Him, He can open doors we never expected. Boaz gladly agreed to help Naomi and Ruth. He wanted to do what was right and honorable. Following the customs of that time, he spoke with community leaders and made a promise to care for them. His faithfulness brought security and hope. God often uses responsible people to bless others. Soon, Ruth and Boaz were married, and God blessed them with a baby boy named Obed. Naomi, who had once felt empty and sad, now held her grandson with great joy. The whole community celebrated. This happy moment reminds us that God can bring comfort and new beginnings after difficult seasons. Obed grew up and became part of a very important family line. His son was Jesse, and Jesse became the father of David, who later became a great king. What seemed like an ordinary family story became part of God's bigger plan. God can use everyday people in amazing ways. Ruth and Boaz showed kindness in different ways. Ruth worked hard and cared for Naomi, putting family before herself. Boaz shared his food, protected Ruth, and helped a family in need. Their examples teach us that kindness is not only words. It is shown through actions that help and encourage others. God often works through ordinary people. Ruth was a hard-working woman, and Boaz was a caring farmer. They were not famous heroes, yet God used them to accomplish something wonderful. When we choose kindness, honesty, and service, God can use our everyday actions to bless people around us. You can follow Ruth and Boaz's example every day. Be loyal to your family and friends. Help with chores at home without complaining. Welcome new people and make them feel included. Share what you have and offer a smile. Small acts of kindness can brighten someone's day more than you realize. This story reminds us that God loves us, cares for us, and often works through kind and faithful people. Like Ruth and Boaz, we can choose to help others, stay loyal, and trust God in every season. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you next time. Goodbye.